Good afternoon, everyone. This is James, your technical manager, and today is Thursday, May 12th, 2016. And in this video, we'll be going through the Zoho integration with PandaDoc. So what does this integration do? This integration will allow you to create, send, and track quotes, proposals, and contracts within Zoho CRM. We'll be able to start this process from the contacts, accounts, potential, and quotes, and along with all the custom contact information, product information as well, will flow into PandaDoc seamlessly. At this time, we only support the English version of Zoho CRM. So the very first thing you need to do is make sure that you have a PandaDoc account and that you've installed the PandaDoc Chrome extension for Zoho CRM. So let's go ahead and do that now. So all we need to do is just open up the Google Chrome store, and all we need to do is click on is Add to Chrome, and then click on Add Extension. You also notice that this will show up here in the top right-hand side of your browser, let you know that it has been installed. So next, of course, we need to go ahead and access Zoho. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're inside of Zoho CRM now. Once again, we can do this from contacts, accounts, potentials, and quotes. For example here, let's go into a contact. I'm going to click on contact near the name of Tony Stark. And over here in the upper right-hand side, we'll go and click on this icon and click on this real quickly to open, making sure this is opened up. Here we go. Give me 1 second for Zoho to load. Go into contacts once again, click on Tony. Then over here on the right hand side, you notice that the module will now load. So in order to pass information over from Zoho to PandaDoc, we need to use things called roles and also things called tokens. And let's go ahead and talk about those next. So here I'm inside of a template that we have created today. And what we very first thing we want to talk about is using something called a PandaDoc role. Found over here on the right hand side of going to roles and then creating a role, we notice we created a role here called decision maker, and in turn if we go to content and then tokens, you'll see 4 tokens that we could use in order to populate the first name, last name, email address, and company, and we can do this from potentials and we can also do this from quotes as well. We also notice all the other different tokens that we've added to this template here, and all these tokens are actually coming straight in from Zoho CRM itself. So example of this, let's go into this contact record. Over here in the upper right hand side, you can click on the gear icon and then go down into tokens, and now here's all the tokens that all you need to do is simply copy, for example, highlight this and copy, and then go into your PandaDoc template and to paste in that token, for example, right here. Okay. Also, inside the ability inside of potentials and quotes, we also have the ability to pass over product information as well. So let's go into a potential real quickly here, and then go to use for demo purposes. And as we scroll down, we notice that we have a product right here associated to this potential called website setup, and we can pass this over into PandaDoc as well. If we go into a quote, let's go do that real quickly. Open up the quote. And scroll down, we notice that we have 1 product details as well, including website setup, so that we can pass all this information over. So let's go ahead now and set this up in our PandaDoc template in order to do that. So I'm going to go open to my template once again. I'm going to scroll down into show my pricing table here. So here's the pricing table block that I have added. Over here on the right hand side, we do have some additional settings. We click on settings, and as we scroll down here, you're going to have this option here called automatically add products to this table. And all you need to do is just make sure that's on the on position. So let's go ahead and now use this template to populate this information from Zoho to PandaDoc. So back inside of Zoho, here we go now with the quote we have open called use for demo purposes. And we go and make sure that the module gets loaded up here. So give me 1 second while I refresh the screen. Here we go now, here's the module that will show up here on the right hand side. And we can go ahead and click on the gear icon and then go ahead and click on tokens. And once we do that, here's all the token information to populate that information over we already talked about. So let's go back 1 step, and all we have to do now is create new document. A message window will come up and tell you about discounts and taxes if you have any concerns about that. We go ahead and choose the template that we want to use today. And the very first thing that will pop up here is that role that we've created called decision maker. All that we need to do now is associate the contact who is part of this quote to this role, and you will now notice that these tokens have automatically been filled out. So all we need to do is click on the Start Editing. It's going to take us into our document now that we have inside of PandaDoc. You notice this information has populated here. As we scroll down, here's our first name, last name, email address, and company that we passed from Zoho to PandaDoc. Here's all the account information tokens. All that information was passed over. Potential has not been filled out, but you can also have potential fields and tokens to use to pass that information over. And finally, all the company or account information as well. And then as we scroll down, here's our pricing table that we have created in passing over that item from Zoho CRM to PandaDoc. Now at the document process, of course, you can use extra blocks and all that type of stuff as well. You can add extra fields in order to capture information. Over here on the right hand side, you can also use the library, part of the PandaDoc Business and Enterprise plans, if you want to add more additional content to this individual template, for example, more pricing tables or more text fields, those types of things like what you see here, for example. But if you're all ready to go, all you need to do then is go and click on Send. We go ahead and change this up to go ahead and put quote for Tony. And then we click on Save and Continue. And then we can add additional detailed message here if we wanted to. We click on Send the document, and now the document's been sent out. Now what's also great about this integration is that we can also track documents as well. So we close out of this and go back into the quote inside of Zoho CRM. Over here on the right hand side, you're going to notice that this new document has been attached to this quote as part of the PandaDoc module, and we can always check the status of that, and then if ever need to, we can always open that up and access that document at any time. So this is the PandaDoc Zoho integration. It's a fantastic integration. Hope it help you be able to get your process flowing and much more easier to use. As always, if you do have any questions about your PandaDoc account, over here and down the bottom right hand side, click on the green icon. And here first is we have our FAQ, so definitely check out our Zoho FAQ as well. There's a lot of great details and information about that, for example, right here. Or if you do have any additional questions, click on Contact Our Support, and then send us a new email, and we'll get back with you as quickly as we can. Thank you so much, and you all have a great day. Bye-bye.